Alright, my YouTube family, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as all of you know by now, we do have a new exotic SMG in the game called the OXPECKER. And a lot of you have reached out to the channel asking me to put together a build based around it. And the good news is you do have a lot of different options, so today I'm going to show you one of many that you can put together. Now, one thing I would like to highlight as we start this video off is the fact that, as you can see on screen, I'm not using any of the global modifiers. Now, I know most people in the game will use it, but for those of you out there who may not want to, I want to make sure you can see that even without them active, it is still an extremely powerful, viable build. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the build breakdown, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. And if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, we're going to start off with the Specialization. You can see I'm using Gunner, and I've chosen that for a bunch of different reasons. You're going to get a rate of fire increase, a reload speed increase, you get some armor on kill, but the main reason is because it gives me the ability to switch to the Banshee Pulse if I want to, which I'm going to do on the fly here and there depending on what I'm doing in the game. And always remember, regardless of the specialization you choose, always make sure you have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're getting a 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. Now, the new exotic SMG, the OXPECKER, is going to be a guaranteed drop when you get to level 69 in the seasonal reward track. Every single player out there will be able to pick it up. And as you can see, it has the talent Symbiosis. When you have a shield deployed, you're going to lose shield health at a rate of 10% per second, but your shield receives repairs of 25% of the damage dealt by this weapon. So the more damage you put out, the more repairs you're going to get in return. So you really want to spec into weapon damage as much as you can. You can see him sitting at 1.1 million. And while some of you out there may be thinking at this very moment, I do not need that much armor, other people may be thinking, you know what, I think I want a little more survivability. So always remember, fellow agents, use this as a template, kick the tires, really make this build your own. Moving on to the build itself, you can see we're running Forest Striker, one Sokolov, and the Coyote's Mask, which happens to be, in my opinion at least, one of those must-have exotics in the game because of its talent pack instincts, where you and your allies are going to gain a bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. And you can see the breakdown is as follows. Now, when I look at those percentages, that is going to help me determine what my crit hit chance is going to be when I put this build together, and I will show you an example of what I'm referring to at the end of this breakdown. Moving on to the body armor, it's the one piece of Sokolov. We're using that so we get that 10% SMG damage bonus. Another great option is a piece of Grupo that is going to give you some extra crit hit damage. And I'm using the talent Obliterate, where critical hits are going to increase weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. And you will notice that on every single piece of gear in this build, I'm trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Now that does take us to the holster, the knee pads, the gloves, and the backpack, which are the 4 pieces of the Striker gear set. We're running 4 so we get all of the gear set bonuses. 2 pieces 15% weapon handling, 3 pieces 15% rate of fire, and 4 pieces Striker's Gamble, where weapon hits are going to increase weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. And because we are wearing the Striker bag, it does increase that percentage from 0.65 to 0.90. As far as my skills are concerned, I'm using the Crusader Shield because of the talent on this weapon, obviously. And my secondary skill is going to be either the Banshee Pulse, which you can see on screen right now, or I'm going to switch to the Assault Drone depending on what I'm doing. And while you did see at the beginning of the video my ripping through content without any modifiers active whatsoever, I'm telling you right now, fellow agents, when you have this turned on, it is so much damn fun. Now, for this version of the build, my active modifier is going to be, as you can see right here, Overdrive. And as far as the passive ones are concerned, I'm going to be using Fortified Shield, which is going to increase your skill shield's health by 100%. We're also using Critical Recovery and Reactive Reinforcement. Again, this is one of many different variations I will be showing you over the next few weeks. When we take a look at the numbers, you can see I'm sitting at 52.5% crit hit chance. Remember, the max is 60, and 151.8 crit hit damage. Always remember, those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear I have equipped, but also having a Shade Watch of level 1000. And when we talk about Coyote's Mask, again, remember the range in which you are from the NPC is going to dictate which bonuses you have active. Therefore, I strongly recommend going to the shooting range and giving yourself an idea of what the distance looks like between you and an NPC. So for me, I know typically when I'm trying to light up an NPC, I'm within that 0 to 10, maybe 15 meter range, which means I'm going to be getting that 25% crit hit damage pretty much running nonstop. Hope this video helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel, so if you have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Gonna leave you with some gameplay footage with modifiers running. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Rogue agent eliminated.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter. According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transfer those doors. Go on ahead, back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.